I bought Man U stock. What? For you guys who know me personally, you know that I'm a huge Liverpool fan. In fact, I travel more than halfway around the world to watch a Liverpool match. So with my obvious affection for Liverpool, why did I buy Man U stock? Hey guys, if you are new to my channel, I'm Linus and welcome to the channel. So in this channel, I share all things related to the stock market, so both investing and trading. So what made me as a Liverpool fan to buy Man U stock? Well, because I don't let my personal emotions affect the way I invest and trade in the stock market, and this is a very important lesson over here. When you invest and trade in the stock market, you must put away all your personal opinions and biases. So regardless of how I feel about Man U as a club, I do not let it affect my trading decision. So here's why I bought Man U stock. So let's first take a look at the fundamentals of Man U stock. So over here, we take a look at both earnings per share and sales. And we take a look at earnings per share. For the most recent 2 quarters, we see that the percentage change for Man U EPS year over year is in the double digits. So for September 2022, it was 47%, and for December 2022, it was 34%. So that's a decent EPS. So Man U possess a decent EPS. And for sales is not as great as the EPS, but it's still reasonable. So for September 2022, it achieved 13% year over year. And for the most recent quarter, it registered a negative 3% year-over-year change. And while the fundamentals are decent and not great, the reason why I bought Man U stock is because of its technicals. So let's first take a look at the relative strength ranking of Man U stock based on IBD's data. So over here, we see that Man U stock has a RS rating of 99. So what this means is that Man U stock has outperformed a majority of the other stocks. Outperformance in terms of price action during this period of time. So if you take a look at Man U stock chart over here, you'll see that obviously Man U stock has been outperforming the overall markets. So how do we know? Let's take a look over here. So from here, we see that Man U stock moved up by quite a substantial amount. So from over here to its high over around here, we see that Man U stock has moved up by more than 80% in just a month or less. And if you have been following the stock market closely, you know that most of the major indexes such as the S&P 500, the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq has been declining during this period of time. So even while the major US indexes has been declining, Man U stock has moved up by more than 80% during this period. So it just shows how much of an outperformance Man U stock is performing right now. In fact, if you take a look at the volume over here, volume on this day was 35.22 million compared to the 50-day average of 1.56 million. So the volume on this day was around 30 times the 50-day average. So what this tells us is that it's not just the retail investors and traders like you and I buying Man U stock. Institutions are also piling into Man U stock just from the volume. And we zoom out the price chart over here. You'll see that the volume on that day was the highest in the previous years. In fact, let's take a look at the weekly chart. So the volume over here, you can see, is the highest that the stock has encountered since its IPO over here. So this was the highest volume in the past 10 years. So it definitely tells us that something is brewing with Man U stock right now. So the first clue is the volume. The second clue is the price action of Man U stock. So what am I talking about? Let's go back to the daily chart. So over here, you see that Man U stock gap up and move up by quite a significant amount. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is that Man U stock managed to hold most of its gains after moving up. So over here, you see that the biggest decline was over here. And if we take our price to over here, you'll see that Man U stock only declined by about 11%. So Man U stock managed to hold up quite well and decline only around 11% even after moving up more than 80%. So what this tells us is that despite such a huge move and the huge profits made during this period, institutions are not selling Man U stock just yet. And this is important for retail traders like you and I, because this tells us that institutions believe that there's still potential upside for Man U stock and they're not selling their Man U stock just yet. So that's why I purchased Man U stock despite my own personal opinions and feelings towards the club. And that's the most important thing about trading. It's about making money and not about being right. So if you have enjoyed this video, smash the like button because it really helps the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel because each week I release new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. I'll see you in the other videos to your financial success.